I'll tell you, one of the things, just trying to keep challenging. It's just it's a daily struggle to get the expectations to be where, everybody doesn't want to do things the way they do it. So it's always the walkthrough that's always kind of a challenge, and that you got to be mentally full speed during a walkthrough. So it's hard. It's kind of a contrast by saying you got to be going full speed during a walkthrough, but you have to, Again, we're getting there. I'm really pleased with our coaching staff and how we're staying consistent and we are not bending. And I think we've made great progress in that regard. I do think our guys are kind of getting to the point, because I know when I'm to the point I'm ready to play somebody, I know that they're to the point, that they're way to the point they're ready to play somebody. But once we start, what is Tuesday is Sunday, correct? Once we start game week on Sunday, we've got 36 practices left in the season. That's 3 a week. That's pretty amazing, So it goes by in a hurry. We just gotta, you gotta maximize every deal. The guy that continues to stick out, obviously Darby and Erebor. I think Chris Young's real close to being in one of those jerseys and doing a great job for us. So, very, very pleased with that. I mean, Granville Taylor's a guy that stuck out to me today. So, we're where we need to be. I think the key is we got to get better every single week, and then we can't beat ourselves, especially early in the year, with stupid penalties or turning the football over or giving up cheap ones. And it's going to be a battle. We've got. I tell them every day, you can't let one rep get by that you don't maximize your potential. So. I think they're doing that. I'm really. Have we gotten better? No doubt. Is it to where I want it to be? No. Do we have a lot of work to do? We got a lot of work to do. But our guys are getting there.
How's the depth at D-line? I know you like it, but figuring out the pieces and how they all.
Oh, I think it's good. I think Marcus Hardison's had his 2 best practices. He was a struggle. He had never practiced at the pace we practice at and all that, and that's really hard. And I'm really proud of him because he's come off 2 really, really good days. Not the mock game, the 2 practices before that, he really did well. But we got better depth than we've ever had. You got Gannon and Davon at the end. I think that's really solid there. O'Grady's a guy that's really coming on that we think can play end or 3 technique and will play some. We'll play, get some plays. Mo is coming on. He's a guy that's really a great run stopper in there. Jackson is steadily getting better. Obviously, you got Carl and Will and those guys that are really good players. I think when you look at the end position, great depth. You look at the nose position, great depth. You look at the 3 technique, it's going to be Marcus and Jackson kind of backing that up. So really got pretty good depth there, better than we've ever had. And then at Devils, the only place that Chance is doing a good job. He's just young and learning everything, and we'll see. We got Junior's a guy that I think's a 3rd down pass rusher right now, and he's got to get a lot better to be able to play on 1st or 2nd down at either. He's kind of in between the 2. So we're trying to figure out a place for him to fit. But we'll see how that goes. But I think our depth is solid. I think our offensive line depth has gotten better. That's the key, is those 2. And then a linebacker, I think we've got great depth. I think Chris is obviously far and away. I think Chris Young, if you ask me, pick a guy that you think represents how you want guys to play defense, it's that guy. That guy's tough. He brings it every day. Every day. And you coach his butt hard, and the harder it is, the better he likes it. So I've been very, very pleased with him. You got Chris, and Stefan's done a great job. He's gotten better, but Salamo's a guy that's really, really much improved there with the depth there. And then the 2 Latu brothers. Every day we're just like, we're not going to be able to keep the guys off the field. So I think they've got a good chance to play this year, and we'll see what happens. It's going to be, AJ on special teams is a beast. He's really, really a physical kid. Ami is going to be a warrior inside. It's just, it's a lot to learn and show up here in August and try to learn it. So it's going to be a process, but I feel good about our depth. I feel good about where we are in certain positions. I think key is just continuing to get better. It's our top guys. It's not the other guys. I feel like if you take our guys that are, you take the, from 11 to 25 to 30 there, I think those guys are getting better every day. It's the top guys getting them better is the challenge. And they're working for us. It's just they got to understand that they're not what they're competing against is to be the best in all of the Pac-12 and in all of the country. So that's what we're trying to do.
You talked a little on Sunday about kind of the nothing to lose mentality that comes with a team like Sacramento State. Do you sense your players kind of understand that and are prepared to not get caught looking ahead or anything?
I was, I don't lie to them. I make it clear to them, you're expected to win this game. If you don't, it's because you didn't prepare yourself and you didn't, respect your opponent. I don't know how you can not respect these guys. We watch them on film. They're really good. They got a really good quarterback. They got guys that, their kickoff cover team's impressive now. They run down. They got some guys that can run and they're physical, and but there's no excuses. You need to get yourself prepared. I would tell you that I was talking to Steve Patterson yesterday, and he said we were talking about how nervous are you about these big games and stuff, and we were just kind of talking about that. I said the games that make me the most nervous was NAU last year. That was the most nervous I was all year. So that'd be the same thing this year, because you can, whatever you want to say, you're expected to win this game, and you should. And if you don't, that's ridiculous. It's unacceptable. Makes sense? And so that's how we prepare our guys. But we don't, because I don't go in, I want them to know that I'm going to evaluate personnel and talk about strengths and weaknesses of each team and be very, very honest. We don't go into teams that are great and talk about how great they are. We try to talk about, hey, here's what these guys do really well, and here's the things that we can attack them on. So, that's probably one of the, I talked to more sports psychologists and stuff on how do you get guys up for 14 games, because that's what we're trying to play. And it is amazing. You think of how many times we practice and how few times we play and how hard that is. I'm talking about the whole country. There's very few teams in the whole country that get that done. So, but obviously, I like it being the first game because guys are always motivated the first game, and our guys responded well last year, and hopefully they'll respond well this year. But we're playing a good team. It's a team, mess around, this team can beat. There's not a team on your schedule that can't beat you at this level.
You talked to a sports psychologist recently?
Oh gosh, I probably shouldn't have said that. Now you're going to start delving. Yeah, I talk to psychologists once a week. That's what my wife says I should do. But no, I have. We had a leadership group come in and work with our players this summer, and I spent a lot of time talking to them. I talk to, I consult with a sports psychologist that's works with different NFL teams and stuff, and there's like, how long should you talk to team before we go out to play, right before, and things like that. I want to know because there are things that you can get from that, and then, how can you best mentally prepare people to play? I'm a routine guy. I don't like changing the routine. I want our guys to be relaxed and poised. So by nature, I'm not a very relaxed person. So, that's how I have to really work at that going towards the game. So I'm really more intense on Tuesday, Wednesday. We're always getting better on Thursday. You'll never hear me come over here. You could just record last week's and get the same thing. You save you the time of coming out here. You know what I'm saying? No matter what we're doing, we're getting better on Thursday, man, and we're awesome on Friday. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I think that's, and I would tell you that first 15 years of my coaching career, I'd never done that. But I want to do whatever I can do to help us win. So I visit with them every week, trying to figure out ways to do things better. And you have the dynamic of how many different guys, different kind of person. How do guys learn? We spend a lot of time with different learning styles and things like that. So that's something that we do.
Thanks, Coach.